Hey guys, what's up? My name is Gabby, and today we are going to be detailing this Tesla Model X. It is covered in dog hair. The owner of this car owns 2 dogs, and he takes them all over the place, and the Tesla reflects that. But we are going to clean it up for him today and get it looking brand new. So some of you in the comments have asked me to be a little more specific with which products I'm using while I'm doing the detail, so I will do my best to remember to mention exactly what I'm using while I'm using it, but if I forget, I always link everything that I use down in the description. I have a little section called products I use, and I make sure to list links to absolutely everything I use, so if you want to check them out, check out the description. Also, if you're looking for instructional videos, I would go check out The Detail Geek or Stoffer's Garage or Ammo NYC. Those are the channels that I typically go to learn things. I am not a professional, so I don't want anybody getting mad at me for copying what I'm doing because I'm still learning. So go check them out if you want some specific instructions on how to detail. So I finally got myself a lily brush. If you guys haven't heard of the lily brush, it's basically a tiny little squeegee tool that removes hair from carpet. And as you can see, I got a little preemptively excited to use it and forgot to do an initial vacuum. So I swapped that out for the vacuum and tried to vacuum out as much as I could and then went in with the lily brush. But even then, there was so much hair that I had to do multiple passes on each section of the carpet to get all the hair out. It was crazy. There is a very thick layer of hair everywhere. So I did go ahead and decide that I wasn't going to remove the seats for a couple of reasons. The first one being that it seemed like I could reach all of the spots pretty easy without removing the seats. And secondly, I'm not even sure how you're supposed to remove Tesla seats. I got to looking at the second row seats and I didn't see any way to even remove them, so I wasn't about to try. But like I said, not really necessary. I could reach all the spots really easy, so not a big deal. Don't mind my little headphone dangling in front of the camera. Apparently, it just wanted to be part of the show today. Also, I have to mention, the sun was playing me this day. I could not for the life of me get a good angle for filming where there wasn't sun reflecting into the lens. I have to look and see if there's some sort of like shade protector thing you can put around a GoPro to keep the sun off it, because I've been encountering some pretty annoying situations with the GoPro, not only with the sun having crazy reflections into the lens, but also My GoPro gets really, really hot, and apparently it's now decided to just stop filming in the middle of me doing something, and you will see that a little bit later, and I gotta say, it is pretty disappointing. And here is that example I was referring to where my GoPro just decided that, nah, it wasn't gonna record anymore. So that was super fun. Anyway, we are on to the pressure washing section. Now, I know in my last video, I was very certain that I could just pressure wash out the floor mats and hang them to dry. But you guys told me that there are a few other reasons why you want to make sure you extract the carpets after you're done power washing. So I have adjusted my ways. I now extract my floor mats. So don't worry, I don't have any video footage of me extracting these, but I promise you that I extracted them. I had just posted that last video and I saw the comments coming in while I was doing this detail. So I extracted them towards the end of the day when my camera was dead. So this is why I have you guys checking me every week to make sure that I am learning and understanding all that there is to know about the detailing world, and I really, really appreciate it. So keep those suggestions coming on in. So as far as the products I'm using, for the carpet cleaner, I'm using a pretty standard Bissell concentrate. I picked it up at Walmart. You just mix it with water. Also, at this point, I still do not have a new pump sprayer, but I did pick one up after this detail because using that spray bottle was super tedious and I wasn't into it. But later on in the video, I did figure out that if I put my carpet cleaner in my extractor, I can just use the extractor sprayer as my pump sprayer. So I used that a little bit later, but yeah, I definitely needed to replace my pump sprayer, and I actually upgraded a little this time, so I'm excited to show you guys that one. Alrighty, so now we are on to the general cleaning process of all the plastic and leather. So I have kind of a colored rag system going on. So I have this one specific, like really pale yellow rag. It's the only one I have, so I decided to use that as my initial wipe down rag just because there was so much hair everywhere. So I just put a little water on that and I would use it to like just initially wipe things down before I got to the actual cleaning. But then after that, I used my bright yellow rags as my all-purpose cleaner rag. So I am using the Law's Totally Awesome all-purpose cleaner at this point, but I am almost out and I'm ready to switch. A lot of you guys have told me that it's a pretty caustic chemical, so I'm not really into that and don't really want to use that anymore. So as soon as it's gone, I will be moving on to a different kind. I also ordered some new leather cleaning supplies off of Amazon. They had like this little chemical guys kit. So I ordered that. It came with some microfiber towels, some applicator pads, the leather cleaner, the leather conditioner, and a leather brush. So I tested those out for the first time during this detail, and I want to use them a couple more times before I totally decide how I feel about them. But that leather brush sheds like crazy. I rinsed it out and tried to get all the initial shed out, but it just keeps shedding every time I use it. So is that something that happens with leather brushes that you guys use? I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but like I said, I'll keep using it and decide a few details from now how I actually feel about it. Anyway, back to my colored rag explanation. I was using the orange colored rags as my leather cleaner rags. So, as far as carpet extraction is concerned, I didn't have a lot of work to do on the carpets. Just in a couple areas where there weren't floor mats, I did a little cleaning, but other than that, I just did a once over on all the areas just to freshen things up. So, I put my carpet cleaner in my extractor and just went over everything once, but I made sure to actually clean all the areas where the dogs were walking because even though black carpets, for the most part, always look clean, there was still a fair amount of dirt tracked in there from the dogs. as I said last time, don't forget the trunk lid. I don't know why, but I almost always forget about this until the very end. So I'm super proud of myself for remembering this one right in the middle of my detail. But yeah, I think it has something to do with the lift and it being above my head, because the same thing happened with the backseat doors on this car, because they lifted up too, and I forgot about those completely until the very end. Alrighty guys, so we are now on to the dressing portion of the video. So I'm going over all the leather seats and putting on my leather conditioner from Chemical Guys. Like I said, my set came with little applicator pads, so the tan ones are designated for the leather. And then I also picked up some little circular blue ones from Walmart and used those for my plastic dressing. And today is the day we are testing out 303 Aerospace. Now, I am reserving my opinion, again, to do a few details with it, but it's not what I expected. I was used to using the Chemical Guys Silk Shine and also the Chemical Guys VRP, and 303 Aerospace is not either of those. It seems different, and I was having kind of a hard time with streaking going on. I don't know if I was applying it incorrectly or something, so let me know down in the comments, but it definitely works a little bit differently, so not sure how I feel about that at this point. Alrighty guys, we are going to finish this video off by cleaning off the little plastic cup holders and getting those back in the car, and then cleaning up the glass. This car was pretty awesome because the front doors didn't have like a little lip on the glass that went into the car, so I got the edges of those really easily, which was nice. But that is all I have for you guys. So if you are new to the channel and want to see me detail some more cars, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you join my little detailing family. Again, thank you to all of you who leave all of your tips and tricks and suggestions in the comments. I really, really appreciate all of your help. It has been so wonderful to have your guys' input as I am going through the process of learning how to be a professional detailer. Alrighty guys, I'm out of here and I will see you next week. Bye.